as well to get the chat if you want.
I could do that.
All right, and we are actually live now. Hi guys, welcome. We decided to say fuck it, and we made a podcast.
Hello.
You guys have your own channels if you guys want to introduce yourself.
I go by Arthurian Legend. Hello.
I'm just Ashley right now.
Oh, that's actually what your handle is on YouTube?
Yeah, just Ashley right now.
Damn,
but
how white
I'm
girl
gonna
of
change
you.
it soon.
How dare.
And I'm Mage Gear, but you guys know that because this is my channel. We're gonna make another channel for it, and it'll be somewhere along the line later. But yeah. So, who wants to start off the topics? Because we were full of topics earlier. Come on, guys.
Well,
you first.
I have a list here.
You have a list. Oh.
I have a list of stuff that we started talking about, but I was like, we need to put a pin in that.
Yeah.
So
okay. Because like I was like,
rats and mice was the first thing that I have on my list.
So starting off with Disney ripoffs of animals. But yeah. I remember one time I was dealing with there was mice in the yard, and my aunt and my uncle lived with us. One of them lived with us at the time, and they had a big dog named Blue. I don't know what breed he was, but he was a beautiful dog. He came back inside with a mouse or a rat in his mouth and just dropped it at the door and trotted in like it was nothing, just saying, "I got this motherfucker."
The one thing that I have in common with rats and mice is that I just like cheese.
all right, but like, there's a lot of different kinds of cheese.
What kind of cheese do?
What kind of cheese do I like?
Yes.
Yeah.
Brie.
That's fair.
Nothing else, just brie. Just brie, nothing
Bries.
else.
Let's have I've got a big list. Let's see. Mozzarella, cheddar, mild cheddar, Colby Jack, Swiss, pepper jack. No, I'm kidding. Well, I won't go any further than that. But
No. Keep going.
Pepper jack is like one of my all-time top favorite cheeses.
Right.
I like how spicy it is, but I'm white as hell, so I can't handle spice whatsoever.
Damn.
Already getting there.
Yeah. So, the one thing that's very relevant to me because I'm Florida bound is the whole Disney situation that's going on right now with DeSantis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I do want to talk about that just for a little bit here. Only because it's absolutely hilarious with what happened. DeSantis said, "Don't say gay." Disney was like, "Wow, you're an asshole." So DeSantis said, "I'm taking you down," and made it his life mission to take down a fucking mouse. Like, and he's dealing with this for an entire year. He's a bad exterminator.
I guess he doesn't like when people call him out on his shit, and then just decides, you know what, if you don't agree with me, I'm gonna take you out.
Yeah, but the thing that's about that, though, is the only reason I bring that up is because there are rumors that Disney was going to move to Georgia because of it.
Yeah,
Blame
I think
them.
that's been confirmed.
I don't either.
Actually.
No, they're still fighting to stay in Florida because Florida's a key market for them. Yeah. Yeah, no, Florida's just way too key of a market. Also, what happened?
Yeah,
we had a fucking goddamn list of shit, and now it's just awkward.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I should have just started recording and not said anything.
Yeah, because then the conversation would have kept going.
Yeah.
So I've been on a Dr. Pepper, like...
Yeah. You've been on a Dr. Pepper kick, yeah.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola, sponsor me.
Welcome to the Whopper Podcast, sponsored by McDonald's.
Wait.
I've been drinking a lot more water lately. Like, at work, I have a bottle of
Did you just say, welcome to this Whopper Podcast, sponsored by McDonald's?
Yeah.
Did you mean Burger King?
Nope. I said what I said. With the new loaded bacon fries from Checkers.
No,
Someone
I could
sponsor
do that
us.
right now. Oh, you know what? So we're supposed to be ordering Denny's tomorrow morning, and I'm so
Oh.
excited.
Ooh.
Denny's has kind of gone downhill in
Yeah.
this area, though. Like, Denny's.
Yeah,
Not here.
Denny's-
Not here.
Denny's
Not
in the
here.
90s and early 2000s went really hard. And, like, it was, oh my God, delicious food, great service, everything. And then IHOP came along and slapped their dick across Denny's face. And it was like, what the fuck?
We just
This
got a
is
new
our
Denny's
food.
opened up in the town next to me.
Oh, that's awesome.
So lucky.
Like, brand new Denny's.
Mm.
Just randomly showed up one day.
See,
And
Denny's
my-
used to be popular in America, and it just declined
Yeah.
because of IHOP.
my friends and I, we all went to Denny's one morning because my friend was visiting from the States. And
Oh.
we all went to
They
Denny's
escaped.
and we got like we got a table and everything. Then we find out that they had one of those robot waitresses thingies, and it was the cat one. It
Wait,
was so
hold
good.
up.
And she sings happy birthday, and her name is Kitty.
Okay, that's actually kind of fucking
That's
adorable.
adorable.
She's so cute. I took
Keep
pictures
her away
of her.
from the internet's eyes. I know we just brought the spotlight to that, but keep it away from Rule 34.
Yeah, keep it away from Rule 34, please.
If you come after
That's
the Kitty
sweet.
robot, I'm gonna
We
kill
will
you, all of you.
We will personally start World War III just against you
I will personally prosecute all of you.
We will execute you on the spot.
No questions asked.
Execute Order 66. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was dicking around with a 3D printer a couple months ago, and I wanted
Oh.
to print some cool stuff. I ended up printing this Bulbasaur, which I think is
Oh.
really cute.
Why didn't you use? Why? Oh, what the? Why didn't you
What
use
happened?
green?
I didn't have any green.
How dare!
Prize.
Green is the
So-
best color.
And then I went to go and try and print a Squirtle.
Red
And
supremacy.
leveling?
No, I'm kidding.
The leveling for the bed was wrong.
Oh
It came
yeah, that's
out
gonna
like
mess.
this.
Oh ew.
Yeah, I call him my demented baby.
Yeah, I can see
He's
that.
so
That's-
cute.
Oh god.
But yeah,
So-
no. Let's see. What else were we talking about? Because we were talking about a bunch of things. I wanted
Back
to flow
to
back going to
Denny's.
yeah.
Back to Denny's.
Yeah. So
So no. Let me
Yeah.
first off. Denny's in our area is like the bomb, and we have the reverse situation where Denny's is popular and IHOP kind of just went. It like disappeared.
The one
It
thing I
went
love
up-
about Canada.
It went upstate.
The one
Yeah.
thing I love about Canada is that we don't have IHOP here.
really,
Good.
We don't. The only IHOP that I have that's close to me is all the way in Niagara Falls, which
that tells me
is
nothing. I don't
like
know
an hour and a
geography.
half away.
Geography.
Which is
That's
an hour and a half from
very-
me.
Dang.
Yeah.
So, and that's like the only one in the area.
Wow. I mean, here
yeah.
I could literally travel at 10 minutes, 10, 20 minutes in every direction, and I can find a Denny's, and IHOP, McDonald's, a Burger King. I can find almost everything. The only thing I can't really find that's like really big and known is Tim Hortons.
Yeah, that's
um,
because it's up in
there-
Canada.
Tim Hortons
There's
is
one.
a very Canadian thing.
There's one
Yeah.
half an hour from me.
Tim Hortons?
No, IHOP.
Oh. Yeah, no, Tim Hortons is a very Canadian thing. Like, there's a few in America, but they don't really do well. But
They are
Tim
not
Hortons
the
is like
same.
Tim Hortons
didn't
is like
last
the
long here.
McDonald's of Canada.
I wouldn't say that. I would say like Tim Hortons, like the respect for the company has dropped significantly since it was bought out by Burger King. So
Hold up. How did the Whopper Junior Double motherfuckers buy out Tim Hortons?
I don't know how they did it. I just know they did it like probably 8 years ago. And their menu changed. Where they source their coffee has changed. Like,
Mm.
they've added sandwiches,
so
they've added
sad.
brisket, they've added, like, donuts that no one likes.
So
they've
basically, it
added,
got Americanized.
Yeah, it's weird now.
Like,
But
I hate to say
their
that it got
coffee,
Americanized because of those things, but like a brisket, that is like very American.
so what ended up happening was McDonald's Canada went and changed their coffee to what Tim Hortons used to have it as before they were bought out. So McDonald's
Okay.
coffee is more respected here than it is Tim Hortons now.
See,
Tim
here's the
Hortons
thing.
is cheap.
What that means is that McDonald's in every single country in the world changed to that. Because that's one thing that McDonald's held very, very close to them is making sure that you get a McChicken nugget in America, it'll taste the exact same that it does in China. They do everything. Yeah, it's
Are
really
you
weird.
sure?
Yeah. That is actually one of their policies that if a restaurant doesn't hold up to that, they will shut down and bar the people from ever working or running a McDonald's ever again.
I've
They
heard
don't
like
play
I just
outside. They have different menu
I
items
used
for the
to work
areas,
there,
but
though.
like
So,
it's specifically on certain staple menu items, things that you will always find.
yeah.
Their
You'll always
coffee
find
is
a Big
one of
Mac.
them. Right, like their Big Macs have to stay the same. Their coffee has to
No.
stay the same.
Yeah.
I have heard that McDonald's Canada is a completely separate company, but they follow the base rules. But they created their McCafe items, so like their cappuccinos, their lattes, all that sort of stuff, to compete with Tim Hortons. So like that whole side of them
Really?
in Canada is
Yeah. It's like
a
only to
different
compete with
beast.
Tim Hortons. Yeah.
Really? That's
because
actually really
McDo-
interesting.
McDonald's wanted to compete with the big corporation Tim Hortons that was dominating the
Huge,
coffee
yeah.
field in Canada. So, like, A&W restaurants have done it, Wendy's has done it, Burger King has done it. McDonald's is the most successful, though.
Also, are A&W restaurants still a thing?
Yes, I have
'Cause,
one
like-
down the street.
Okay, because like in here in Florida, the last one, and I mean like this is like 5-7 years ago, it got closed down because they just didn't do well down here. The A&W stores. Now you can like Long John Silver's was always accompanied with them too. So like all of those ones got shut down here. Like I think the closest one to me is in Jacksonville, and that's like a 3-4 hour drive. And even that one is probably closing down soon if it hasn't already.
Yeah.
But like I remember my
The-
dad was in the craving for it one day and had like nothing to do because it was a 3-day weekend. So he just drove up to Jacksonville, got the food, ate there, and came back like it was nothing. My mom was really mad at him too because like that's a really big waste of gas.
Yikes.
But he simply just said, I got a raise at work, I used it.
It's kind of like Red Lobster here, is that it kind of just doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
I think that's Red Lobster
Here
everywhere
too.
though, because like I don't Red Lobster. There's like maybe one in my area.
Maine, it's like, it's more towards like Maine,
Yeah,
the East
specifically
Coast
the lobster
side
catching
of the-
states. Like they tried
Yeah, so,
expanding
like-
out to like Florida and such, but like it just didn't do well.
like Maine and Rhode Island.
Yeah.
There was one when I lived in Toronto. There was one right around the corner from me, and
Really?
I had no idea it was even there. Like downtown, like the lights are everywhere, the screens, the billboards, all that shit.
Right. Yeah.
Right underneath this giant office building was a working Red Lobster,
Really?
and I have never seen one before. I've never seen a Red Lobster before. And Sam was like, "Oh my god, we have to go. We have to go." I'm like, I hate lobster. I can't eat lobster. It makes
Yeah.
me sick.
Well, that's not the only thing they have there, but the thing that they're most known for is their what are they called? Their cheddar biscuits, I think. That's what they're called. They're like garlic.
Yeah.
They have.
I'd like to
they're
say
like-
that's the case.
I'm gonna look them up.
Ashley is
I
our
think they're
in-house
called cheddar
researcher now.
Because
Cheddar Bay
when
biscuit.
because when I was at my group home for a while, there's this person.
Apparently, Panera's been tracking me. I just looked at my phone and they said Panera's been tracking you.
Oh, jeez. There was this person that kept getting the at-home, like, bake them yourself box, and that's how I learned
yeah.
about them. It's the equivalent of breadsticks at Olive Garden, pretty much.
Which Olive Garden's
You could
really
make
good.
these at home.
They're not hard to make. Oh.
Yeah.
It's just flour, sugar, baking powder, garlic powder, salt, cayenne pepper, buttermilk, and like
Yeah,
cheddar
I really
cheese.
want to make cheddar biscuits because...
Oh, by the way, something along the lines of the fast food things. So KFC is having a war with this guy on TikTok
Oh,
because
no.
this guy is a direct relative of Colonel Sanders. And like, I don't know if you know
You're
this,
kidding.
but Colonel Sanders actually ended up suing KFC after selling it because they didn't stick to his recipe.
Yikes.
And here's the thing. The company that the Colonel Sanders descendants is saying, hey, go here. It isn't KFC that he's recommending. It's Lee's Famous Chicken, which is apparently not sticking to the original KFC recipe because they kind of can't. But they're kind of trying to do that and bring that back, that original feel. And it's just like so interesting. I want to bring attention to that because like it's something really cool to think about.
I had no idea.
Yeah, no, they're a newer restaurant by far. Like there's only like in I can't remember their home state now, but like there's only 5 locations in that state. And there's only 1 location in Florida, and like they right now they have like 17 locations, I think.
Mhm.
So like it's not big, but like it's something.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'd just like to mention this guy that they have representing them, that's the direct descendant, looks like Colonel Sanders. Like he legitimately looks like the guy. Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Yeah. But yeah, no.
So-
Today's episode has just devolved into fast food, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. No, so I wanted to ask you two, because I love fried chicken. I don't know about you guys, but what's your favorite, like, restaurant that you think does fried chicken really good?
See, that's the thing is that, like, you know me.
That's-
I don't really do fried chicken unless it's the one my Uncle Mike used to make. And, like, now it has an extra meaning now that he's gone. But, like, that is the fried chicken I love. And that is the only one I will ever eat. And, like, yeah, I'll improve the recipe, but he is the one that taught me fried chicken, and nothing's going to change that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When I was living in Manitoba, where my family's from,
Right.
I
Just
I
casually
would
doxing your
constantly
family.
be. Well, Manitoba's a huge place. I would only eat southern type foods, like fried chicken, lots of vegetables, lots of mashed potatoes, like that, like barbecue kind of food. I would always eat southern style food, and I never knew fried chicken like fast food wise until I moved here.
Yeah.
And because that was like 12 years ago, I've sort of discovered that fried chicken is good, but only one place hits it really close to the
Which
way
place is
my
that?
mom. It's called Mary Brown's. It's a Canadian-based company, and they derived from Newfoundland.
I don't know.
And
what that is.
it's a province. It's a state
Yeah.
that no one cares about. Anyway, you.
Oh, like Ohio.
Yeah, like
Ohio,
Ohio.
or
That state that doesn't exist.
Yeah. You can't have shit in Ohio.
You can't even have Ohio in Ohio.
Apparently not anymore. But
Yeah.
this fried chicken is so close to the way my mom used to make it, it made me cry the first time I eat it. So, like,
Yeah, no,
in
I
my
understand that
opinion,
feeling.
it did it really well.
Yeah. So,
Like, KFC hits so good sometimes when I'm just craving something to make myself feel like shit. But I can't
Yeah, that's
eat
fair.
it all the time. Yeah.
yeah. See, this thing,
So-
I tried eating KFC once back when I was a little kid, and because I got used to my Uncle Mike's chicken, I gagged and threw up the entire thing. It's just not. It's not crispy. It's crispy, but not crispy enough in the way that matters.
It's
Like it's
greasy,
flaky
I
crispy.
Yeah,
it's flaky
it's like-
crispy.
There's like barely any chicken. Like it's like all breadcrumb, not enough meat.
Yeah, and here's the thing: I want to experiment with spices for whenever I make fried chicken next, like when I can. But like, I want to just experiment and see if I can make good fried chicken better than just doing it with the way KFC does it. Because the way KFC does it, I get why they do it, but like, I'd rather wait 30 minutes for my food for it to taste really good. And obviously, there's a lot of people that love KFC because it gets a lot of business, but
The KFC here doesn't get as much business because like people mostly gear towards like Mary Brown's or McDonald's for their chicken here. But I swear to God, every time I eat in the States, whether it's home cooked food, restaurant food, fast food,
it's
I
huge.
can't shit for a week and a half. I will not be able to poop for a week and a half. Bricks.
And keep
I'm
in
like,
mind, us
what is
Americans are
happening?
still going to the bathroom every day, even eating
And I'm
that
like,
food.
what is happening? And like, I can't eat food in the States without like getting
Laxative.
violently ill. Violently
Yeah.
ill.
That's the thing, is like,
It's because you're used to not
good
having.
food.
Yeah,
I'm used to not having hormones and other things in my meat, which
preservatives
is
and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
yeah. Like our food regulations here are super restricted. There's a lot of food here that is banned. And like I understand like America is like the way when you think of America, you're like, yeah, weird food and shit like that. But here
I think
it's
gun
like
violence.
well,
I
I think of McDonald's and burgers first.
And that's the thing, is
Yeah.
that, like,
Then gun violence.
other people's perception of America is very different than Americans' perception of America.
It's because they're brainwashed to think that way.
See, the
See, I'm
thing.
not brainwashed to think that way. I just have TikTok.
Yes, me too.
And we might not have that for much longer with the way
Actually, no,
that's
it got
going.
shut down under the First Amendment.
Awesome.
If they banned TikTok, then they would actually be going against freedom of speech.
Woo!
I hate Congress.
Same.
Just a
That's
dead silence for a few
okay.
seconds. I hate Congress. Ah, yes, says the
Okay,
resident
guys.
Canadian.
Mr. Chad, if if
Does
I plug my
TikTok connect
phone
to my
into the wall-
Wi-Fi?
if I leave my phone at home, will TikTok fuck my wife?
You did that accent way too well.
Oh my god.
Mr. Chan, if I put my phone in airplane mode, will TikTok fly the plane?
Wasn't that an actual question? No. They're actually.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, dear God.
Oh,
One of them
God.
asked, does TikTok connect to the internet through my
Yeah,
Wi-Fi?
it's like,
Right,
does
like-
TikTok connect to my home Wi-Fi network?
and like,
and he's
here's
like-
the thing.
Do people not know what Wi-Fi is?
Okay, so here's the thing.
Dude,
In the 90s, I don't remember if it's Republicans or Democrats, whichever one the Trump party is.
Republicans.
Yeah.
Republicans.
So Republicans, they didn't have the office since FDR was president until the mid 80s. Now the thing about that is one of the first things they did when they got on the scene in the late 90s was they looked at the department that was supposed to update them on internet events and technologies. Hang on, it gets worse.
I heard of
They shut that down, and we're seeing the effects of it now when the internet boomed in popularity so much worse. Like, where was all this when Facebook was going through its scandals and everything? It's like, now it's becoming
Where
a
was
problem.
this for Snapchat? Where was this for
Where was this for
Tumblr
MySpace,
or Twitter?
even?
Exactly.
Like,
Where
if we
was
trace
it?
it all the way
It was
back to, like,
nowhere.
MySpace or online chat rooms. Like, I
Yo,
think if
People
we
are
done-
so-
MySpace, let's go.
People are just obsessed with thinking that like people outside of the US are enemies. Like you are my enemy because you are not American.
And that's the sad thing, is that it's really not. Because, like, I'm sorry, But I meet cool people from all over the world. I have friends. I have friends in Canada, not just you, but I have streaming friends in Canada. So, and I have had them reach out to me every single year after looking at American politics and say, if you need a place to go, we will help you get the paperwork done. They literally, one of them literally had the paperwork one of them has the paperwork on their desk right now, just waiting for me to text them saying, hey, I'm coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, when I was in grade 9 in geography class, I was so upset. I was so upset that I had to learn how to immigrate to Canada, even though I'm a Canadian citizen and will never have to do that.
Bruh.
But I'm thankful for it now because I can help all of my American friends seek asylum here.
Right, which is something that, depending on this election cycle, I may or may not do. It really depends on, because I have call center experience now, so I have good job experience now that I can apply there.
Mm-hmm.
You can apply for jobs here. I can get you a job at my company if my company smartens out. Like,
that's the thing, is, like, I don't trust that. I've seen too much shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, they're trying to kick Matthew out.
Good.
So they're trying, like, the regional managers, the regional managers flipped out and said, Matthew, if it wasn't for Vanessa, I would have taken your brokerage from you already.
Mm.
And I was like, thanks, Greg. Love you, Greg. You were always my favorite, Greg. And Greg's always the chill one.
MVP.
He's always the laid-back, kind of chill dude. And then his wife, Lynn, is always the crazy one, which is what I've been told. But they're both really nice. But if Greg is saying that, you're fucked. Sorry.
Roxy's only
Yes.
Gregory.
Have you heard of the hit game Among Us?
The imposter is coming, Gregory.
It's a sussy baka. Outdated memes for the win!
Woo!
Woo! But that's the thing is, like, the kind of like the biggest dream I've had ever since I was like a little kid with YouTube and Twitch and all that was I wanted to have a group of friends together doing this stuff with, and like having a house for all of it, or like a warehouse type thing where we could have a dedicated huge office space to do a podcast type of thing in the same room. And like I would love to be able to have that. I can't do that in America. Shit's too expensive. Shit's like Detroit. Can't have even a porch. They stole my porch.
Here it's really bad too, because the difference is in America, you see that sort of crash in the housing market after 2008. So it spiked a little and then it crashed. Here, it never crashed. It went up. So like, whereas the graph is like this in America, the graph is like this here.
Right.
So,
and
like,
the thing about
I'm
that
making
though,
garbage.
Yeah. So the thing about that though is the fact that America will see its hits go. You guys didn't get the hit immediately though. It's just now collapsing. It's now all of it is starting to come down and implode on itself. Because
a head of lettuce is $7 here.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Like,
you know,
fast food companies have started saying, like, we can't afford lettuce.
Yeah. Which
like,
means rabbit
you
food
guys
anyway.
can't get lettuce on your burgers anymore. You guys can't get lettuce on your burgers anymore. And we're stopping any sort of salad products we have. At Chipotle, where I used to work, lettuce is a huge part of our market. Everyone I know gets lettuce on their bowls.
And now they can't.
And if we were out of lettuce, people would start throwing things at me. So I can only imagine what my friends are going through right now.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, I'd love to go to Canada. It's just that I want to have this job for a bit longer before I even start doing anything. So, like, get back to me in, like, July. Because the thing is, like, I'm also looking at places down here in Florida. So, like, if I can find something down here and I'll be okay, then yeah. But if I lose my job for whatever reason because of the job crisis right now that's going on, I'll be texting you saying, hey, let's get this started.
I'll get you a passport, Arthur. I will. I promise.
Oh, please do.
That's right,
I am so tired.
So your passport in Canada, you can have male, female, and non-binary on your passports.
Yeah.
So
It's also that I know they
you-
signed a law too that if you have this as your desired gender, just go by that in public for a year or two, and they just put it on there. Or that might be a different country I'm thinking of that passed that law, but yeah.
So my friend Ben just got his driver's license switched. And he's been taking testosterone for 2 years. So he got his driver's license fixed, he got his name legally changed, and now he's going for his passport. So he has all the documents and everything ready to go. And
Just a matter of
but
doing it.
because the fucking passport office is on strike and they're like, we want more money, we can't get passports.
Yeah.
I was kicked out of the passport office 2 weeks ago because they're like,
Bruh.
yeah, we're only doing emergencies. So if you don't have an emergency, get the fuck out. I was like,
Yeah.
so when's the strike gonna be over? And they're like, that's undetermined. I'm like,
So
great.
the way
You guys have already been on
strikes are
strike for 2 weeks.
Here's the thing: strikes are historically helpful though, because if you look at it,
They
strikes
are,
to an extent.
But I'm being affected because I can't file my taxes. And tax season, the tax deadline is due on Monday. And today is Saturday.
See, here's the thing. Because of that, if the government goes after you, now they're in a legal situation where you can sue them because they neglected to treat their workers right, which has caused the situation. It's one of those...
Exactly, but it's not like I owe them money. They owe me money. So I'm in that sort of leeway where, like, when I do file my taxes, I could be like, I don't owe you anything. You owe me stuff.
That's why I do it online, because, like, that way if an office is closed...
I do mine online, too. But my account is locked.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So I have to call them and be like, hey, can you unlock my account? That would be awesome.
Just
think
unlock
that
it
was
so I can move the
Vanessa,
fuck
right?
on.
Vanessa was the one that was in... Or no, not Vanessa. Your mom was.
Yeah,
Right?
my mom went on my CRA to help me with my taxes last year, and she locked my account.
Bruh.
Like a dickhead.
Oh, I remember that, because I joined the server around that time, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck are taxes?
My mom is a fucking idiot. And if she sees that, she needs to know she's a
good.
fucking idiot. So, yeah,
Do you
my
talk to
mom
your
locked
mom?
my CRA account.
Do you
POV,
even
your
talk to your
mom
mom at this
watches the
point?
podcast.
No.
No.
But yeah, no. And this is the thing, it's like, I would love to go to Canada, just because of the fact of the healthcare situation there is a lot better.
It's on the way down, actually, where the Ontario government is trying to privatize our public hospitals.
See, here's the thing, they
And
do that, and now
no
they're
one wants that.
Here's the thing. It's been issued as a human rights violation to do that. The only reason America hasn't actually gotten fucked over by that is because they started out in that system before it was a human rights thing. Now that it is switching back
you
to
know
that,
how much? Do you know how many taxpayer dollars go towards your military?
a lot.
A lot.
Like 75% of your taxpayer money goes to the military.
How else
And
are we going to supply
you
them with
guys
guns?
you guys have the most expensive military in the entire world.
Yeah.
So if you guys would just take a look and go, wow, look at how much money we spend on healthcare, and look at how much more money we spend on military. Why don't we just
So here's the thing.
problem solved?
I had the same idea, and I was like, why is no one doing this? This seems so simple. And it turns out the reason why is because of other healthcare corporations. The ones that are going to lose money from all this.
Big Pharma.
No, not even them. That is pharmacies specifically. I'm talking about things like insurance companies, like the actual insurance companies.
No. Yeah.
Sorry. You remember what I was talking about earlier?
No.
With my friend wanting to buy my games and then him ghosting me?
Oh
he
my
just
god,
texted
did
you?
he just
Oh wait, we were going to talk
now
about that.
text you?
That's one of the things we're going to talk about.
Okay. So, he just texted me.
Bro.
So, so the story is,
Yeah.
he put a thing on Facebook saying, hey, is anyone selling any games for any console? And, like, in the KW area. And I was like, yes, I'm selling all my PS4 games
Why?
Here's what I have. Do you want them? I'm selling them for cheap. No answer. 2 days goes by, and he's posting other stuff on his Facebook.
Right.
Because I'm checking back. I'm a very anxious person. I gotta see if I missed something, or I didn't see a message, or whatever. I'm checking back all the time. Nothing.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on?
Drugs.
And then he posts a picture of him and his fiance hugging and kissing.
Right.
And I'm like,
Sounds
oh,
wholesome. Sounds like wholesome
right.
straight activity. Gross.
He has a fiance, and his fiance has his Facebook password.
Oh, so she controls him like a little bitch.
Yikes.
Yeah. But yeah. I remember when I was in Tennessee, me and my brother is literally could afford a place on his own right now, making like $16 an hour.
Yeah.
But here,
rate-
if I want to afford a
yeah.
place on my own, I have to be making what my father makes, and he makes like $47 an hour,
Oof.
if not more, because he's salary.
Here it's ridiculous. I mean, like,
I make $15.50 an hour.
we
I was
have-
promised a raise
Oh no.
in December.
And then you just
So
haven't
with
gotten
my
paid.
raise, I would be getting $16.50 an hour, which isn't much,
Sure.
but it's better than nothing.
$16.50
And
an hour is
Now we're approaching the 2-month mark of my last paycheck. So here I am sitting wondering, should I sue?
lawsuit. Oh God,
What?
you okay?
Dude, yeah, I think that. What?
Did you die? Are you dead? Do we have to do a funeral?
Huh?
You okay?
Sorry, he responded. He's like, I can leave $10 in the mailbox if you want when we're gone or something. I'm like, what?
The fuck?
Are you selling all
What?
your games? Just PS4? You don't touch it anymore? I can sell you the entire console.
Question.
If-
Can I buy it all from you? I'll give you $400. I'll buy it all from you.
I was gonna ask what kind of games do you have?
Because here's the thing.
$400 American dollars?
Oh, we just had someone
Oh,
say hi from the
hi.
Netherlands. Hi, Francis.
Hello!
Okay. The games I have here.
Okay, so
The games
wanna
I
know
have.
what-
Assassin's Creed Unity,
Mm-hmm.
I'll take
Until
that.
Dawn, Uncharted 4, Star Wars Battlefront, Far Cry 5, and Destiny.
I
Okay, so
would
yeah,
like Destiny.
$400 for. Actually, no. If you want to get the fair prices, as long as you have the cords, the system's properly working, cleaned out, that would actually be about $600 to $700. That is fair price for it, and that's not including shipping and handling. So I would not be able to buy it right away. I'd have to make like payments on it.
If I could, I would like to buy the Destiny and the Assassin's Creed.
But yeah, no.
Well,
the thing about
I'm
that
gonna
is
see
that-
if Aiden wants it first because he's gonna buy it for me like
Yeah.
tomorrow because I need money
Yeah.
now. But if he
I wouldn't
doesn't
be able to
want
do
it,
anything till the
it's-
5th.
If it's up to you guys, like I'll tell you if he takes it or not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Oh,
he wants
God.
the whole PlayStation.
So Francis, the guy from the Netherlands, he just made a comment
I'm
saying,
drunk.
"Oh, you're actually watching the comments." Shit.
I'm drunk and watching boxing and thought I'd look at a podcast, a live one, to interact
can't
while
even-
drunk watching boxing.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I mean, we're
Great.
just talking right now, talking like dipshits, completely sober.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Been pinged.
But yeah, no. It's on my channel right now, and we're gonna get another channel set up for it specifically. So I mean, if you want to hit that subscribe button, no. No.
We're not
Hey.
subscribing.
If you just like
'Cause I
stay
can't
around
find it.
and so you can go to the next one as well while that goes into a new channel, because like this is my gaming channel, so like different spheres here fucking god damn it, Sphere entirely.
I can't find the channel, by the way. I was trying to look it up to find the chat.
Click on, like, in Discord, click on Michaela's thing. Click on view profile and it's linked.
Yeah, we've already been doing this for like 40 minutes.
Yeah,
and Sam is not
speaking
home
of-
with my dinner yet, and I'm sad
How dare
and
you.
hungry.
But yeah, no, what were we talking about before?
I will be right back. I'm gonna go take a picture of my PlayStation because I am broke.
So
I'm selling my PlayStation.
What we're talking about right now, we're kind of running. So yes and no, we're kind of running this like Distractable, where we just talk about everything and anything. So like everything is fair game. We would just bounce around from topic to topic because that's better than trying to specifically get a topic planned out and making that run for an hour, just a full hour. That'd be really hard to do. So it's better to just kind of run wild with it, is what we kind of determined, than try and pick 3 different topics to talk about the entire time. And I would not mind copying Distractable's format because I know Rob and Wade are pretty cool about that. But as long as you're not copying their content word for word, they're fine with it. As long as you're doing your own spin on it, like your own stories and everything else, it's fine. But like they don't mind you stealing a format. I shouldn't say stealing. I should say plagiarizing. But yeah, it all really just depends.
Speaking of, around probably like half an hour, I actually have to start wrapping up for bed.
Oh, I was gonna call it in like 20 minutes. Could do an hour of this.
Okay.
Because like I haven't done this kind of thing in like 6 months. Like I haven't actually sat down to do streaming or anything in like 6 months. Oh, look who finally decided to come back.
Thank God for 10 minutes.
Dad with the milk. I mean, what?
But yeah, it's really interesting though. I would love to go to Canada because like I want to visit there before moving there, obviously.
I would too.
But like, the only question I have from visiting the Canada Pavilion at Epcot, what the fuck is poutine?
You just call it poutine.
What the
It's
poutine? What is it called?
It's
Poutine.
poutine.
But
Poutine. Okay.
In Quebec, don't ever call it that. Call it poutine when you're in Quebec.
Poutine.
So, poutine is like, it's French fries with cheese curds, which is like cheese that's sort of just ripped apart, like in these little clumps.
Mhm.
Also, Francis, just so you know,
Covered with-
it wasn't actually 10 minutes. It was like a minute or two.
Covered with hot gravy to melt the cheese.
Mm.
That's all it is. I think it's delicious because I love gravy and I love cheese.
I don't.
And I
like
love
gravy.
French fries.
I love French fries. I love cheese. I just don't like gravy.
You can take the gravy off it. You don't have to have the gravy on it.
Yeah, you can just melt the cheese like. In
That's
the
called
microwave or
cheese
something.
fries, and that's a thing.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
better with gravy.
Yeah.
You haven't had my gravy. I
I've
make
had
homemade
chocolate
gravy.
gravy before, which is a weirdly southern thing, but it's actually really fun. Okay, I should explain that. Back when I was in Tennessee, my sister's husband's mom,
I know, Francis. I live in Canada. I never complain.
except for the billion times we see you complaining a day.
I don't
Let's
complain about
see,
where I live. I just
one,
complain about how much
two,
money I don't have.
And that's mainly because your job,
One,
not anything else.
2.
But yeah,
Oh.
but yeah, no, my brother-in-law's mom has a chocolate gravy recipe that's really fucking good. It's just chocolate soup essentially, like the sauce.
Ew.
It's like chocolate sauce.
Oh, sauce. Okay, I was about to say soup. Ooh.
I couldn't remember the word for sauce, but like it's so fucking good. And mixing it with things like a biscuit, for example, or are you talking about Tennessee or Canada? That's the question there. But yeah, no. Okay, yeah, Canada. But yeah, no, it was really freaking good. But yeah.
See,
There are certain things I do miss about Tennessee, just like how spread out. Like I love it and hate it at the same time with how spread out everything was, because like the closest Walmart was an hour away at minimum, and that's with my brother doing 10 over the speed limit the entire way there. So realistically, it was like an hour and a half away for the closest fucking Walmart.
Mochi.
But yeah,
surprise cat appearance.
so yeah. But there's a lot of things we could talk about, and I think next time I'll just start streaming and not tell you guys.
Woo! Surprise!
Only because you'll see the notification and just keep going with your conversations.
Surprise, Shadi!
Surprise, Shadi!
Surprise, motherfucker! Alright, motherfucker! Hot
Hot
ass!
ass, motherfucker! Rude ass, motherfucker!
Wrong
Wrong
size.
size, motherfucker!
Oh fuck! First prize, motherfucker! Fucking
Wrong
love that
size,
guy. He was
motherfucker.
amazing.
Yeah.
I fucking love that guy. He was great. I miss Vine.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Vine and Musical.ly were competing, and Musical.ly won.
Yeah.
That's
but
the
then it turned
thing.
into TikTok.
Vine didn't die; it got defeated. That's what a lot of people don't realize. Is that like everyone was sad about Vine. Do you like Rammstein? What the fuck is Rammstein?
Rammstein. It's the German band that goes, Du hast!
Drunk. I don't know.
Du
I haven't
hast.
actually listened to them.
Du
But yeah,
hast.
that's the thing though, is
Du
that
hast mich.
Vine didn't die, it got defeated. And that's something a lot of people don't
Yeah.
realize is that
Well, it's the same thing with MySpace and Facebook.
something better came along from the shadows. And it just slowly something else took over. And Vine themselves took themselves down because they got bought out by Twitter. That's the thing. Elon Musk now holds the power to bring back Vine. Twitter
he's not
bought out
doing it.
Vine and then shut it down.
He won't do anything anyone wants, so there's no point.
But yeah,
if he
no.
denies women their freaking... No, I won't get into that. It's
Yeah,
funny,
let's
though.
not get into that.
It's funny, though.
Yeah. But yeah, unfortunately, this is probably going to be wrapping up the live stream because like 50 minutes of this. And because someone is a little bitch boy and has to go to bed.
To be fair, she has epilepsy, so she needs to get bed at a certain time.
Oh,
Otherwise,
boy.
she will have seizures.
You're afraid of those.
You're afraid of those?
Me. I've never seen someone have a seizure before, so
It's very scary. The first
it's
part.
very
It's like
scary.
a cool rave dance. Do the worm. No.
No.
No, that's actually how one of my friends described it in high school.
No.
Because they used to have seizures.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was actually from one of their medications. They didn't. No one realized that, and they just said it like felt like doing the worm over and over again.
Yeah, I've seen like videos of seizures, but I've never actually,
Yeah,
seen a seizure part.
Seeing it. All right, so we got a question for all of us. What is our favorite movie? That's a good question.
Oh God.
Shrek.
You love
Somebody once told me the world is gonna
copyright.
If I'm singing it, it doesn't matter, and your channel isn't monetized anyway.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Burn.
I'm trying to think. What is my favorite movie?
A comfort movie would be.
Just your favorite movie, not your necessarily comfort movie, but your favorite.
Okay, so like, when I associate favorite, I always think of comfort because like I will go back to it again and again.
Right.
So it becomes like something that I'm comfortable with watching, and not necessarily,
Also, because we're doing this on Discord, we really should. And I'm doing the streaming for it. We really need to make an overlay for our names.
I can do that. I mean, it's not
Alright.
that hard.
I know it's not hard. It's just annoying.
It's just
It's
tedious, yeah.
Let's see. My
I
favorite
would
movie.
just.
Right now, I don't really know if I have a favorite movie because I haven't
I'm
seen the
trying to
Mario movie yet. I'm kind of waiting to see that before I can decide anything, and it changes on a daily fucking basis based on what mood I'm in. But the one that I go back to constantly is Encanto.
I like that. movie.
I've never seen that one
How have you not seen it?
because I'm not really
You're not
into,
cultured.
No, it's just I kind of got like off the whole bandwagon of. I think it's
Disney.
Disney, right?
The
Yeah.
fact that you
I
don't
just
know that, hold up.
I wasn't sure. I was like, was it DreamWorks or was it Disney?
DreamWorks has better movies than Disney.
I
in
will
my
say that,
opinion.
yeah. Well, they don't have
They
as
have
many
better
movies.
animation.
They have better quality overall.
Yeah,
Just an overall-
they
Well,
don't pump out movies like it's nothing. They
Babies.
work on their movies.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, wait, no,
about
Puss in
DreamWorks.
Boots then. Puss in Boots is my favorite movie.
I do like that
Uh,
movie. I saw it for the first time
It
not long ago.
was, I mean, like I started watching it while I was there, but I'm like,
Yeah, I know.
okay. I mean, I think you know what's ironic. Well, I don't know if this is ironic.
The
But
fact that you're a huge
we've
fucking
just
nerd
got
and you don't
done,
like watching movies.
like- No. There, like, just a couple hours ago, we got finished watching How to Train Your Dragon 1.
See,
so
I've actually
I
never
think-
seen How to Train Your Dragon. Also, King Kong. See, that's a good film. It's a classic. Like that's the thing. It's like that's all I can say about it is that it's a classic.
Train Your
think-
Dragon 3 made me cry in the movie theater.
I haven't,
haven't seen any of
seen
them,
the second
so-
or the third.
Why?
I think
I haven't seen
because
any
I
of
never-
them.
Why? Watch
So-
them.
because she's a little bit. I'm kidding.
Maybe we'll watch them tonight. You could just like stream them or something or whatever.
I gotta go to bed. I gotta be up in the morning.
Same.
Oh shit!
Oh,
you guys are nerds.
so-
I gotta be up to.
So
I gotta
reason
be-
why I've never seen
He's
them,
taking
though-
the games. He's taking the games, but not the PlayStation. So I can give you the PlayStation if you
that
want
knocks it down to like
Ooh.
250 to 300,
It comes with 2 controllers.
400.
I'll take one of. Oh, I was gonna take one of the controllers because I need an extra. The top bumper.
Yeah, I would
it
need both
sticks.
controllers because I would use one for the PlayStation, one for the computer.
Yeah, that's fair, but like,
I can, Arthur.
I
You
don't
need
think
a
DualShock-
controller. I can write it down and I can give it to you for your birthday.
Yeah.
yeah, because I need a new DualShock
Anyway, let's
controller
not
because
go
the
into that
trigger
topic
is
yet.
broken.
But yeah, the reason I haven't seen How to Train Your Dragon is just because at the time of its release, it was just I was a Disney fan all the way. I would
Mhm.
murder anybody who said Disney wasn't good. Like I remember I actually punched someone over that. Like that's how bad it was at one point. But yeah.
I'm okay with Disney.
Yeah.
I prefer DreamWorks.
See, now that
honestly,
I've grown up, I
and-
definitely am preferring DreamWorks.
Yeah.
Because they do more teenage and
Stuff.
adult type stuff instead of Disney's everything stuff. But yeah, unfortunately,
Yeah.
this is the time we have for today. So yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
subscribe so you guys so we can give you guys
Hit the
updates
like
about
button, the bell. No, I'm kidding.
Hit the bell because YouTube is still a little bitch about its notifications. I don't care if you like it or not. That doesn't
Yeah,
really.
Taco Bell.
God damn it. Okay, I'm ending it there.